Good evening, beautiful people. This is Genesis with Gina. The question that I have for each and every one of you: how many of you believe in foundations? Now, I don't need everybody to answer that all at just once. Well, believe it or not, everything does have a foundation, regardless from a piece of paper to building of a house. Everything was drawn up, poured off into, and developed. Just like children. I had a very interesting conversation with someone today. Man, it was beautiful. It just blew me away. I'm not going to call the person's name, but it was a person of very, 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 very high influence. And it was said to me that our children are behind because they're illiterate. That's true. Our children must know how to read. And this should start in the home. It shouldn't be from birth through crawling to walking to talking to the schoolhouse, just now learning how to read. You should start reading to your children at home, so when they get to the schoolhouse, they can be well prepared and ready. We cannot move up and advance to higher heights if you don't know how to comprehend. If something is saying to do this and you going left instead of right, you will not get there. But it brings me to this. I was telling this individual, there's a reason for everything. Why? It's a why before the not knowing. Why this child don't know how to read? Why is she giving her body away? Why he's selling dope? Why he's gambling? Why? And that doesn't always mean that the person that raised them, whether it's a parents, or whoever, it comes from maybe they want more because they see kids having more. It's poverty. It's because, yes, poverty. It's because they don't have and they won't. So what they do, they get involved with the negative things so they can have. Then you do have those children that was brought up right and got with peer pressure. Now you got peer pressure and it's like, okay, I know right from wrong, but what should I do? What should I do? Now they want to fit in. A lot of times that's what happens with our children. They just want to fit in. But before we can judge them, we need to get to the bottom. This is where I come in at. I'm not going to judge any child. I don't care how they act. I want to get to the core. I am a core person. I want to know why you act the way that you act. Now that I know, now that the problem has been diagnosed, let's go about correcting. And that's the problem that we have in our society, especially as us people of color. And do not get upset with me when it's not your own. You tend not to care because it's not your child. You turn the other cheek. You close your eyes if you doesn't see what's going on. You're not about motivation and encouragement. And the word tells us we should turn the other cheek when people do what's wrong, but instead you put up your dukes and you ready to throw a punch. But you're not trying to punch out illiteracy. You're not trying to punch out poverty. You're not trying to punch out peer pressure. You're not trying to punch and tell parents they need to stop telling other parents and educators how to discipline your child, as long as they discipline them in the right way. You don't want to knock that out. It's time to stand and rise. We get so caught up in what society is showing us, get so caught up in this protesting and this slavery and these statues. And I'm not saying those things are not important, because they are. But everybody has their time and place to do what they are called to do. You have those that work in politics, let them take care of that. You have those people that work in this area, let them do it. You have an area that you need to work in. You know, you just doing that. A lot of people are mimicking things, what they see somebody else doing, because that's the popular thing to do. But then you want to cast blame on children. My thing of, instead of pouring out that energy off into something that you really don't want to be a part of, go be that light to the lost. Go read a book. Go give some clothes. Give some money. Give some love. Give some time. The only way we're going to get this boat turned around in the right direction is we all get on the same accord. Again, some are meant to protest. Some are meant to work behind the scenes. But we all are meant to do something in a positive way. One thing for certain, racism will always exist in this world. We can't change racism. What we can change how we treat one another, regardless of our skin color, regardless of what race you are. If we come together in unity and in love, we can conquer anything. And we, as black people, long as we keep pulling one another down, criticizing, not trying to help and encourage, we're going to stay at the bottom. It's time to start showing that you care. I'm not saying that other races are better than us, but they're not doing the same thing that we're doing. It's time out for casting blame. I hear it all the time. I'm not just saying things that I have not experienced or what I have not witnessed for myself. But I'm so tired of pity parties. I'm so tired of men telling our black men, I mean the same men of color, you can't get that. That can't be achieved. You're not white. You can't this. Because when you tell a person what they can't do versus what they can do, you're not only stopping them, making them become in a stagnant situation. What you're doing is saying what God can't do. And God can do anything. He can put the right people in their place in their life at the right time. You might be that right individual if you stop pointing fingers and saying what can't be done. It's time to be an example to our youth. It's time to be an example to grown people. Them too. They have some things that's bothering them. They need to know that it's okay. It's not too late to be what you want to be. They need to be encouraged and pushed a little bit. Time out. It's no more room for criticism. It's time for criticism to cease. And it starts with you. I have put on Facebook countless of times. Let's come together. 2 minds are better than one. Let's put something together. Let's make change. And again, nobody says nothing. And ask yourself, do you really care? Because Regina cares. And I'm going to make a difference in the lives of others. Now, some people are saying, oh, she's been saying that for a long time. But see, again, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, my time, your time, it's not about that. It's when God say it's your season. This is my season. This is my season of harvest. This is my season to watch everything come to pass. Because I promise you, everything that I put my hand on, it's going to turn to gold. Promise you that. And again, I'm soliciting your help. I'm asking you, let's get together. Let's make change. Stop hiding. Let's think, if the people of yesterday would have hid, we'll all still be lost. Come on now. It's time. It's time to rise. And I'm telling you, when you get caught up with what you see on TV and what you hear, I'm telling you, it's just a distraction. And it's a well orchestrated plan, baby. The enemy knows. Long as they keep your attention on statues, on what Donald Trump is saying, and let me say President Donald Trump is saying, it's taking attention off what you really should have your focus on. Stop playing off into that trap. It's a setup. And it's been a setup a long time. They know how to stir it up and pass it out. Stop eating from that deceitful plate. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. So many people pass judgment. So many people talk about politics. So many people saying what can be done. And them same ones, and even some of the ones that did, they didn't even take the time to vote. So, how can you judge? Now I'm asking you, and I thank you in advance. If you watch this video all the way through, show me, prove to me that you care. Prove to me that you want to make a difference. Prove to me that you want to see us come from the bottom and rise to the top. Show me that it can be done. It will be done, and together we'll get it done. Come on. Our kids are dependent on it. The people that's been through, that's still going through, they dependent on it. They need you. Be that help to them. Stop turning your cheek, turning deaf ear. Listen to them. Look at them. They crying out for help. They are crying out for help. Be that help that they need. Now always smile, because your smile is beautiful. Let the world see that beautiful smile. And if you haven't been told, let me be the first to tell you. Jenna B, love you, and have a good night.